Here we are inside of Photoshop, the design challenge, the student mashup of things that you handed in. What can I do with this stuff? So I'm just going to turn it into a bit of a photo manipulation design challenge here. So I like this as a base image. When I looked at it, I thought it was really interesting. I liked how there's a planet here, kind of a moon, the sense of perspective in here, the lighting. Glancing through the images, I thought this gives me a really good base image to build other things on top of. First thing I'm going to do with this dog cereal bowl or cereal dog bowl is isolate it. So the fastest way to do that, select, and I'm on the layer, so I'm going to hit subject. And it selects kind of what I need it to select, and then I'm going to copy and paste that. There you go. So now I'm going to delete this layer here. So I like using the erase if it's for something quick. I'm just going to clean up that edge a little bit here. And now I have my cereal bowl. Where should I place it? Cereal dog bowl or dog food bowl. Maybe I was thinking of making it like another planet. So I'm going to go Control T. I think I like the spoon pointing down there. I'm creating a line, a focal line here. The next thing, I really like the mushroom in this image here. I thought this is something that I could use. So here's a quick tip of isolating the mushroom. If I went to subject or select subject, it might select too much of the stuff. So I'm going to go onto the image layer here. I'm just going to go to the marquee select tool. And then I'm just going to click and drag and just square select that mushroom quickly, copy and paste that into a layer. Now I have that isolated. I can go to my select subject, and then that nicely selects the mushroom, and then copy and paste that into a layer. Now I have the mushroom. So I'm going to hit V to move this down here. I thought the mushroom would be cool, kind of off into the foreground, like off in the corner of the foreground. I really like that visual trick. Throwing something in the foreground, off in the corner, and making it big, because then it creates a foreground interest. So I'm going to scale that up. I'm going to make it like a super big weird mushroom off here in the corner. And I also like cropping things because it kind of feels like it's this infinite edge. What's happening off to the side there? So two visual tricks here. Foreground image bigger, put it off, and then keep continuing that line. Then I really like this image. I thought, okay, wow, this dove flying into these clouds with this lightning bolt coming down could really enhance this image. So I'm going to make a couple of copies of this layer quickly. I'm going to see what subject select does. Going select subject and see what gets selected. So it gives me a start. So I'm just going to copy and paste that. I feel like it gives me a great start. Where do I want that lightning bolt coming from? I might make this a bit bigger. Just trying to get the sizing there. Actually, that's good. Now I don't have to tinker around with this. This is actually the perfect size. It comes right off and builds a line that way. Hit enter. I'm just going to zoom in. I'm going to try cleaning this up really quickly because I don't want that. I just want the lightning bolt. You might want to light these things so that it looks like it's all part of one scene. So that's what I'm going to get at now. My default things are always to go up to image, adjustments, levels. This needs to be a bit darker. So I'm darkening. That's already looking a bit better. In levels right here, the channel's RGB, meaning it's red, green, and blue. I can separate those and I can actually tint it in levels. That's another in levels piece of info. In levels, you can actually tint. You can also go hue saturation here. And then my other tip is to go down here into the layer styles, the FX button, throw on a gradient overlay. But yeah, so I will go into the mushroom quick, and I'm going to stop talking. I'm just going to go do these levels adjustments quickly just to blend it in. Quickly with the erase tool, with a soft brush, lower the opacity. I honestly find if I'm coming out of the clouds and blending this in, I go to about 20, between 15 and 20, and just slightly click it. And if I just do some light clicks, it'll blend that in just with the erase like this and make it look like it's coming out. Probably even kind of erase the wings in here. And there you go. And I thought, oh, this is a fun, playful image. So here's my idea, is I moved these characters from here onto another layer, and that's what I did. So if you go down, basically in Photoshop, you're allowed to make folders. So I can click here, make a folder or a group it's called, and I can call this test. And then if you see something you like in here, let's say there's like one of the characters, all I did was I copied it and then brought that character up into another folder. So I'm going to turn this off. There it is in its own folder. So that's another tip for you. I like using folder. I call them folders. Photoshop calls them groups, whatever. They're folders or groups. Keeps you self-organized that way. I brought in basically, I'm like, great, here's the stair image from one student. Here's the two characters brought in. And then here's this weird dino character that I really like. And that's brought in on the stair. And then I forget who did this head, but I just kind of liked it, kind of a little bit angry off in the corner here going, what's going on? Ladder versus stairs. These two actually sat on the stairs quite nicely. I don't feel like I had to do much more kind of position-wise to them. This one here, I just might tweak a little bit. So I'm going to go up to Edit. If you remember the Puppet Warp demo, I'm going to Puppet Warp this. And now I have some action going on the stairs here. I might want to recolorize the head to make it kind of suit the rest of the scene. That would be the last thing I do. So I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, Hue Saturation quickly. And now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crop this. So I get rid of this extra area here. So I'm just going to go Crop. Right click and crop.